It is with great sadness that the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II was announced on September 8, 2022. She was 96 years, 4 months and 18 days old, and had reigned for 70 years, 7 months and 1 day. Queen Elizabeth II became Queen of the United Kingdom, the Commonwealth realms and head of the Commonwealth, on February 6, 1952. She was head of the British royal family, and had 4 children, 8 grandchildren and 12 great-grandchildren. She was the 32nd great-granddaughter of King Alfred the Great, who was the first effective King of England from 871 to 899. February 6, 2022 marked the 70th anniversary of her succession to the throne on the death of her father King George VI on February 6, 1952, when she was 25 years old. She was crowned Queen 16 months later at her coronation in Westminster Abbey on June 2, 1953. On December 21, 2007 she became the oldest reigning British monarch, having lived longer than Queen Victoria, who died January 22, 1901, aged 81 years, 7 months and 29 days. On April 21, 2022 Queen Elizabeth II became 96 years old. On September 10, 2015 Queen Elizabeth II became the longest reigning monarch in over 1,200 years of British history, when the length of her reign surpassed her great-great-grandmother Queen Victoria, who reigned for 63 years and 7 months from June 20, 1837 to January 22, 1901. A series of events were held from 2 to June 5, 2022 to celebrate the Platinum 70th Jubilee of her reign. She was the only British monarch ever to reign for over 70 years. 2017 was the 100th anniversary of the House of Windsor. It was founded by the Queen's grandfather King George V on July 17, 1917. Queen Elizabeth II and her husband Prince Philip were married on November 20, 1947 at Westminster Abbey, and in 2020 celebrated their 73rd wedding anniversary. Prince Philip died at Windsor on April 9, 2021, just 2 months before his 100th birthday. He was the longest ever serving royal consort and oldest spouse of a reigning British monarch. Their eldest son Prince Charles is now King Charles III. He was 73 years old on November 14, 2021 and was the longest waiting and oldest ever heir to the throne. On April 29, 2011 the Queen's grandson Prince William, who is now next in line to the throne, married Catherine Middleton in Westminster Abbey. They are now the Prince and Princess of Wales, Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and in Scotland the Earl and Countess of Strathern. On July 22, 2013 their first child Prince George was born. He is now second in line of succession to the throne after his father, Prince William. Their second child Princess Charlotte was born on May 2, 2015 and is third in line. Their third child, Prince Louis, who is fourth in line, was born on April 23, 2018. The Queen's grandson Prince Henry, known as Harry, who is fifth in line to the throne, and Meghan Markle were married in St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, on May 19, 2018. They are now the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and in Scotland the Earl and Countess of Dumbarton. Their son Archie was born on May 6, 2019, and their daughter Lilibet on June 4, 2021. They have stepped down from their royal roles and now live in California. The Queen's granddaughter Princess Eugenie married Jack Brooksbank in St. George's Chapel on October 12, 2018. Their son August Philip was born on February 9, 2021. Her sister Princess Beatrice married Eduardo Mapelli Mazzi in the Royal Chapel of All Saints, Windsor on July 17, 2020. Their daughter Sienna Elizabeth was born on September 18, 2021. Elizabeth II was Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and head of the Commonwealth of Nations. Great Britain was formed 310 years ago by the Act of Union between England and Scotland on April 1, 1707. She was head of the Commonwealth of Nations, comprising 54 member states and over 20% of the world's land in North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia and Oceania. The aims of the Commonwealth include the promotion of democracy, human rights, good governance, the rule of law, individual liberty, free trade, and world peace. The 2.5 billion people in the member states account for almost a third of the world's population. Her reign of over 70 years saw 15 prime ministers of the United Kingdom, and numerous prime ministers in the Commonwealth realms, of which she was also head of state. Between them she had a total of over 170 prime ministers, including 13 Canadian and 18 Australian prime ministers during her reign. There have been 14 US presidents during her reign.